Hi, Allison Stoutland here. I am very excited because today I get to read to you my third book that I did with Kathy Hoffer. It's called Take a Deep Breath. Could it be more appropriate? So let's take a deep breath, shall we? Here's how we do it. Straight back, chin forward, eyes shut. Breathe in through your nose, hold it, and then breathe out through your mouth. Here we go. Eyes open. That's what I do when I feel sometimes frazzled or anxious or angry, upset. So if that helps you handle your emotions, please feel free to borrow it. I am reading to you from my laundry room because my home is been invaded with my husband who took over the basement and my daughter who took over my office in the living room, and so no one comes to the laundry room, so it's my little oasis. So I'm going to read Take a Deep Breath. It was written by me. It was illustrated by my friend Kathy. I was kindly made aware of the fact that when I hold the book in front of me, it muffles my words. So I'm going to try and speak to the side. Something new I learned. I would also like to tell you to please keep all the questions coming. I've emailed back some of you, some parents asking questions about activities that they can do with the book. So I just want to let you know that when I'm done with this book, I'm going to head back to one of the lessons and give you an activity that is near and dear to my heart. So, and apparently with YouTube, it has to be around the 13 minute mark. And if you've ever heard me speak at schools, I have a tendency to overtalk, runs in my blood. So I'm going to go a little bit faster today because I want to keep the time at the end for the activity. There's our title page. It has our birdhouse on it. And the birdhouse was a gift from Kathy. And it was a kind-hearted gesture. And that's when I realized that she was artistically talented. And I asked her if she would draw some pictures for words I had. Because keep in mind, I am the author, so I'm the word girl. But she's the picture girl because she's the artist. We put a quote in, and this one is, "Be like the flower, turn your faces to the sun." Khalil Gibran. And then this book I dedicated to my sister, whose constant support keeps me growing. Like that. Thank you, Karen. And Kathy dedicated her portion of the book to her dear friend Julia Caspery. Here we go. By the way, in my mind, I was reading this book outside in my garden, 70 degrees, sunshiny, boots and gloves, and my hair a mess because that's my happy spot. It feels good to me to be in a garden. It lets me forget what's going on sometimes and just ground myself. But instead, it's rainy. I'm sitting in my laundry room. So in this book, there are a couple things to look for. Number one, there's a critter, and it's always on the spot side of the 2-page spread. So there would be the robin. So when I turn the page, you have to find the robin. This also starts with the crocus, and then as the flowers grow and pop in the garden, this picture just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So here we go. The crocus taught me to lead by example, because the crocus is one of the first flowers to come through the snow. Daffodils taught me that winter will always melt into spring. So you see there's the robin, and now if you come over here, there is a new critter. And so now we have the crocuses and the daffodil. And of course, if you have the book at home, please follow along. If not, I will hold up every page for you. Tulips taught me that lots of colors make the world more beautiful. There is a picture of 5 girls, all different, and we picked the circle because it's kind of like the globe, because the world is made up of all different kinds of people. And there is the dragonfly, and then over here you will see there is a tiny little, I think it's over there, yeah, inchworm. That's the last time I'm going to show it to you. You're going to have to find the rest yourself. Buttercups taught me how wonderful it is to help others shine. It's hard to turn pages when you don't lick your finger. I didn't realize how often I did that. Lilacs taught me to take a deep breath. And that's where the girl is just, she's back straight, shoulders forward, chin forward, eyes soft, and a deep breath in through your nose. And she is taking a deep breath of lilacs, which is one of my all-time favorite flowers. Forget-me-nots taught me to remember others. The activity goes with this lesson. P.S. Sunflowers taught me to be proud of what makes me unique. See the birdhouse? Now you know why it's really in the book. Without that birdhouse, Kathy and I would not have 4 published books. Dandelions taught me to appreciate life no matter where it takes me. You'll notice there are lilacs, sunflowers, tulips, forget-me-nots, dandelions. I'm using up all my time just turning pages, for heaven's sake. Hollyhocks taught me that everyone can use a little support now and then. Boy, is that appropriate. So you will notice that the boy is standing on the fence, and he is tying the hollyhock onto the I guess it's just a stake in the fence, and then the mom is holding the boys. Let me say that different. The mom is holding the boy who's holding the string to tie the hollyhock to the fence, and he's standing on the fence. That's a lot of support there, which is kind of what we're doing nowadays. Everyone's supporting everybody. And you know, you're home now from school, but your parents are home now from work. So they're not only having to be parents, but they're having to be teachers and cooks and cleaners. They need support too. So everyone's got to do their part, right? Oh, I hear somebody's jingle jangle. Roses taught me how to handle with care. Let's see if I can get him to come here. Oliver. Oh, Oliver. Want to come here? No takers. Daisies taught me that sometimes they'll love me and sometimes they won't. And that's our daughter Maddie. Pansies taught me that a smile is contagious. Pansies are my fave too. All flowers are my fave. I say that all the time. But I think they're smiling at you. Kathy used to say they look like dog faces, but don't be insulted, Oliver. But I always thought they were smiley faces. I'm getting better, aren't I? At not putting my finger in my mouth. Chrysanthemums taught me that summer will always settle into fall. And there you have a chipmunk hiding, and there's all the different chrysanthemums. You'll notice that the flowers come up like the seasons: spring, summer, and now we're at fall. And there's the latest critter. and that was our dog Bentley. When you write your own books, you get to put your own people in them. So here is our son Jake, and it says, "My garden taught me that we can all live together." And there's Jake with Bentley, and if you look in the garden, not only do you see the birdhouse, but you see critters as well, and the rest of them are over here. But there's a new one in this picture, so if you think you can find it, send me an email and let me know. And then at the end of the book, on the last page, 32nd page, we took all the flowers from the garden and we made a bouquet. And we put a pink ribbon on it in honor of our friend Miss Berta, who lost her battle with breast cancer, who was both our friends. So here's the great idea. Remember that lesson? Probably shouldn't have put the book away so fast. But with the grandma in it, it said, "Forget-me-nots taught me to remember others." Well, because everybody is kind of hunkered down, you can't see the same people that you usually see. So what better way to keep in touch other than FaceTime and things like that, but with this, a note card. Get yourself a pen pal. These are mine. You could make anything. You could send a picture. Send someone you love a letter. All you have to do is put their address here, your return address here, and a stamp in the corner. And the post office is still kind enough and being careful. They're sending our mail for us. So I suggest that you send a letter to a grandma or an aunt or your teacher or your friend from school that you haven't seen in a while, and start a pen pal so that you write them, you get it in your mailbox, and then you mail it, and then they get it, and on and on and on and on and on. So with that, please, shoulders back, chin forward, eyes closed. Let's take a deep breath together. And remember, be kind. I'll see you next time.